Hello Tarot friends, this is Ultraviolet Morgan and I'm going to do something slightly different with this reading. This is a pick a deck and I'm going to do a Celtic cross reading and their tarot decks with Divine Feminine Oracle cards for you to select from. So choice number 1 is Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother, and her card says unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So if that resonates with you, choose pile number 1. Pile number 2, Isis, the goddess of magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. If that resonates with you, choose pile number 2. And pile number 3 is Khadijah, the mother of all believers. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. If that resonates with you, choose pile number 3. If you need more time, please pause the video as we are about to begin the reading. I'm going to try to balance. We'll see how this works. Move the other piles out of the way. And I'm going to do pile number 1. Whoa! Celtic cross reading for pile number 1. I see that you are thinking. Oh boy, you can't really see anything. What I'm seeing is that you're thinking about the future, about your place in the future. Maybe have some decisions weighing on your mind, some plans. And some financial concerns. Feeling like you don't quite have enough. Certainly not enough to share. What you're hoping for is for all of your problems to be solved. Sort of on their own. Just sort of a stroke of good luck to kind of fix the things that you're feeling anxiety about. Oops, my cards are just sticking together. This is a situation that has been kind of has been happening for a long time, or has roots in things from a long time ago. You've always felt sort of frenetic when it comes to getting your needs met. Sort of a sense of needing to hurry and rush and keep everything going. Lately, you've had more of a sense of distance, of contemplation. Something has given you maybe some new information, I think, has given you a reason to look at things from a different perspective, or to question things a little bit more. And I'm seeing that going forward, that you're going to have a little bit of confusion, I think. Or just a lack of clarity. Some struggles. With feeling upright. Well, with just, yeah. I'm seeing that you feel like the only way for you to get what you need is to be dishonest or to hide who you really are. Maybe to take something from someone else. Yeah, getting this sense of a feeling of lack. And others also sort of don't expect for you to be successful, for you to be able to handle things. I'm seeing kind of a lack of faith from others around you. It's just not a happy reading. Okay, so if we can even see it, we've got the Four of Rods upside down. A serious a drainage of your vital energy is happening. You're removed, you're feeling cold and calculating. You're feeling frustrated, unable to make headway. And just kind of hoping for a miracle. The Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Okay, and I do see that there are some judgments coming at you. And I'm going to look in the book under the Sarada Devi when your soul selects this card. For a little extra insight. When your soul selects her card, Sarada Devi loves all her disciples unconditionally and equally. In her teachings, she emphasized that there is no such thing as a stranger. She encourages her devotees to understand that everyone we meet is actually a part of us and is connected to us. And that if we want to experience true peace, we need to own the fault and judgment that we project onto others. Okay, you can see that. We need to see our own faults and forgive them with love. Sarada Devi whispers gently to us, "No one is a stranger, my child. This whole world is your own." So if something keeps showing up in the people we meet and the relationships we are cultivating, Sarada asks us to meet them from within us, meaning the aspects of this other person might be causing us pain or frustration or just plain aversion. These same aspects exist within us. Unless we are willing to really meet with these aspects within us, the universe will keep presenting them to us in our relationships. So it's not to piss us off, but to free us. It's of a deep love for us to fully heal. The goal here is for us to love ourselves fiercely from within without the judgment or shame for where we are in the moment. The goal is to let us mother ourselves with unconditional love. It's the only love that will quiet those harsh, critical voices within us, so we can stop wasting our time mired in judgment of others or ourselves and get on with being the perfectly imperfect light that we are. Soul voice meditation. What am I currently judging or criticizing about myself? Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Okay. I can see some judgment here with the swords. They tend to have a little judgment-y kind of feel. And definitely the distance. So, I guess that's really all I have to say for reading number 1. If this resonated with you, let me know below. If you thought it was completely off, that's fine too. This is a general reading, and not everyone will agree or resonate, and that is fine. Number 2, if you selected Isis, this will be the reading for you. I'm going to set this up. Shuffle. Whoa. Those cards want to fly out. Oh, okay. I'm seeing that this person who selected this deck is experiencing a heavy burden. Carrying a very heavy burden at this time. An emotional burden. And I feel like I'm just getting the sense in my head right now that the burden is not yours. It's not your emotional burden to carry, but that you're carrying someone else's burden. Ace of Pentacles reversed. It feels like what you're hoping for from this situation is not possible from the situation because you're trying to create something for someone else that you want for them more than they want for themselves. And we see that it is rooted in a blockage of vision, inability to see past your desires for this person as true and pure as they may be. They are at a conflict with what the person wants for themselves. So lately there's been a disappointment, a heartbreak, some pain involved. Something has occurred that felt like a stab to the heart. Maybe this person rejected your efforts to help them, or maybe they did something hurtful, and you feel like the thing that they did that hurt you is because of something in them that needs to be fixed, that you're trying to fix, that again they don't want to fix. Oh, whoa, slippery. Okay, Page of Swords reversed. I'm seeing that coming into the near future, you're not learning the lesson. You're staying stubborn. You're not wanting to realize that this might not be your battle, that you're not willing to let go of the fight, as it were. Wheel of Fortune. I had one in the last reading. Justice. The Wheel of Fortune talks about things that are out of your hands, out of our hands. And Justice talks about judgments, decisions, can be legal things, so I wonder if there is something legal involved. Okay. I'm seeing a codependent situation where you're trying to fix another person rather than focus on yourself. And basically, I think that you think if you can fix that other person, that both of you will be happy, or that you're assuming that, again, that what you want for them is what they want, but it's not. The outcome is the Three of Pentacles. I think you're going to need some outside advice, some community around you, some people, some other people to support you. Like, it's important to not put all of your eggs in the basket of this person that you're trying to fix, because it can be very detrimental. I'm not sure what the Isis card actually has to do with this, so my pleasure is prayer that brings me back to life. Sexual energy is sacred. Other than that, leads me to believe that this could be a sexual partner or romantic partner that this reading is talking about. I am going to check the reading for this. When your soul selects her card, the sexual energy that creates life can also be used to sustain it. It's significant that Isis brings Osiris back to life by making love to him. The metaphor is that by uniting life and death, body and soul, masculine and feminine, heaven and earth, or rebirth, or a resurrection occurs, the sexual energy that sex inspires exists within each of us all the time, latent and waiting to be utilized and create more life. Often our own sexual energy and power is feared or left neglected and unacknowledged. It's powerful, sacred life force that Isis wants us to integrate more fully. It doesn't require a partner to activate it. It only takes awareness that it exists and remembering of our heart and our head, our body and our soul. It takes activating the energy of our root chakra and uniting it with the crown chakra just above our head. Isis is a call for us to allow our sexuality to infuse and enhance all that we say and do. This is a sacred reminder that sex is holy and that what makes it holy isn't marriage or a certain combination of male or female, masculine or feminine. Sex is made sacred through presence, through our capacity to become fully embodied. What does sexual empowerment feel like to me? I'm so not sure that is what this card in this reading is wanting to say, other than the point that this energy doesn't require a partner. Because I feel like what we're really saying here is There's too much focus on someone else, and there's some codependence issues, and that you really need to get in touch with your own self, both your sexual needs and desires, your non-sexual needs and desires, and learn how to take care of yourself, rather than being dependent on taking care of someone else and trying to rescue them. Because in the mythology, Isis does rescue Osiris. But in real life, that's a sinking boat. So take that for what it is. That will conclude reading number 2, and I hope you found that useful. These have not been super happy readings. Alright. Reading number 3, if you selected Khadijah, the mother of all believers, or the mother of believers, I will now shuffle this deck and do a Celtic cross reading for those who selected this deck. Here's a way to shuffle. Very gentle way to shuffle your cards. I saw a fellow Facebook tarot reader, not YouTube tarot reader, shuffle this way quite frequently. The cards aren't quite yet telling me they're ready, but they're getting there. You can feel the energy. Shake it loose. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's see. Oh. In keeping with our theme, we are not having super happy readings because I'm seeing you in a situation of brokenness and loneliness and darkness. Where some wisdom from a younger person may come in handy. You are hopeful. You are hopeful, so that's good. That you have not lost hope. You've not lost all your faith. You have come to a dark night of the soul. But you've not given up hope. The situation you find yourself in has been draining you for a long time, has been emptying you out. But I think what's happened is that you realized before it was too late. Maybe someone told you that you were slipping away, or told you that you were not yourself. Someone pointed it out to you. Because I think you realized what was happening, and then you needed to make a change. Oh, yeah, something. Something happened that was not take-a-backable. The word escapes me. But I feel like really that there's just a huge release of pain, like you've let something go. And that's why, you started to let something go. And that's why you haven't lost your hope. You came to the dark place and you knew you just had to release. You're flying into the future. A little turned around, but not totally worse for the wear. I think that you are still keeping your head on your shoulders. And you're listening to some good advice, and you're having some realizations. And you've seen that the work that you've poured into this broken situation has not been worth it, and it's sad, but you realize that it's no use to throw, as they say, good money after bad. So it's time to divest or disinvest and move on from this situation. You see that you are at cross purposes with someone very close to you. I think maybe this person, if it's a person or situation, is trying to hold on to you, trying to keep you locked in. The Empress reversed. There's a lot of reverse cards, but I see so much sort of just of release, serious emotional release. And the Empress reverse, definitely an energetic letting go of the energy of this situation, this person, of this thing that had a hold on you, but which you realized is not to your benefit. And what I see happening in this situation is an extreme transformation, an internal, emotional, spiritual transformation and rebirth. And honestly, it looks like there's difficulty, and there's just a lot of emotional release and letting go of the dead weight. Just letting go of the past and the things that held you back. And coming into something new that will be better. Once this entire cycle is complete, it's something that you have to go through before you can get to the better. Khadijah, Mother of Believers. What's interesting about her is I believe that she was a widow. I'm looking that up real quick. She was a widow in Saudi Arabia in the 6th century. She became a wealthy merchant who was deeply respected and known as Al-Tahrina, the Pure One, or Al-Kubra, the Great. With her wealth, she fed the poor, provided for her children from her first 2 marriages, and took care of her extended family. Long story short, she ended up marrying and financing Muhammad, who, became the prophet of Islam, which is why she's the mother of the believers. But I think that the greater picture, they were married for 25 years, it says. So she was a widow twice over. She went through a whole lot of heartbreak. And in the end, there was something better for her. A totally new, unexpected life that she could have never seen inside of her grief of widowhood, single motherhood, but her path all led her to where she needed to be. So, in order to be prepared for that next step. So, I am feeling like that is the message of this third Celtic Cross reading. And I hope that that was helpful and resonated with anyone who chose number 3. And, whoa. Okay. It's out of my reach. I am just going to leave everyone with one beautiful use your light card, the Inner Temple, Divination, tune to the portal of your heart. And I'd like to say, until next time, tarot friends, until we meet again.